Good morning. We're here at the Garden House at the Southern Hotel on this beautiful spring morning. We're looking at a lot of the interesting things that are coming into bloom. Here we have a beautiful native Louisiana iris. It's a hybrid that was developed and called Clarigula. It's been in bloom now for several weeks and it's beginning to set seed. It's a native perennial, has beautiful evergreen foliage, and then at this time of year it has this beautiful white flower. Louisiana iris come in just a whole numerous group of colors, but this is one that's very special. It was developed near Lafayette, Louisiana. This native salvia guaranetica, black and blue, is another salvia that was added. It's great for hummingbirds and butterflies. It will bloom for months and months and months and spread and add seasonal color within the garden. Also here to our right we have a sweet olive called Apricot Echo that's very fragrant. It's a cross between two species and it becomes a very large evergreen shrub. It's related to the common sweet olive that's so typical in southern gardens. So here we have a Mexican sedum. It does great here in the south. It's a succulent. It'll take sun or filtered light. It's just about finished blooming, but it's a very interesting low ground cover for our area. As you see, it was planted as just a small little grouping, and now it spreads into a beautiful mass as it, particularly in the spring. It grows best generally in early spring and into summer, but it will hold throughout the year. As we go around, we have also this pink columbine. This is a developed cultivar, so it's not one of the native species, but it comes in numerous colors. You'll see there's a blue and white, there's this pink, comes in white and yellow and solid white. There's several native species, but most of them don't survive very many years here in the Deep South. A little further north they will. Over here we have strawberry geranium. It's an introduced plant, but again, it's a perennial that comes back every year. It again grows best in mid to late winter into spring. Here it is, it's coming into its bloom. It's kind of peaking right now. See the beautiful foliage with an undersides, it's beautiful kind of cranberry color. And it will spread in the summer. It'll die down, but there's other perennials that are in this garden that will come in and take over some of the space that this plant is taking as it dies down a little bit through the summer months. Here we have seasonal baskets for color as you're entering into the garden house. And at this point we have nemesia and snapdragons, and there's some violas that are also in this bed in this particular planting. What will happen in the next month or two when things really warm up, this will be changed out and we'll put in warm season annuals so that color will persist throughout the whole year. Here we have a native penstemon. It's a Gulf Coast penstemon tenuis. It again stays very low as a ground cover. It likes these damp soils, and here it is coming up in the spring as it blooms. Again, it would be a butterfly plant, and it can seed and really colonize, a larger area as it develops over the next few years. Over here, we have an oriental plant. This is Pieris ruchinensis temple bells. So you'll see it's a medium evergreen shrub. It does great here in the south, likes relatively well-drained soils, but likes to be where it's getting some moisture, particularly in very dry periods. You'll see a lot of it's mostly bloom, but it has these big panicles of white bell-shaped flowers that hang down and add a lot of interest here in the spring. And then here we have two mountain laurels, which are very seldom seen in a lot of lower southern gardens, even though it is native within the region we're in. So they come typically, these are more white, but they can also be in shades of pink, and they'll become a large evergreen shrub with this seasonal interest throughout the spring. Most people associate it with North Carolina or more areas where they're not taking the extreme heat, but they do lovely in gardens here, and you'll see them in historic gardens in this area.